Okay everybody, so today I'm making a barbecue crock pot hot roast. I haven't done the barbecue pot roast before, so this will be interesting to see how it goes. But I just have about 2 pounds of your beef rib roast, boneless. And I'm just going to open this up, I'm going to season it, and then I'm going to sear it on the stove on about medium heat for like 2 to 3 minutes, just so it can get caramelizing the fat part of it, which makes it a little bit more crisp and adds texture to it, so I think it tastes better that way. So I'm going to turn my pan on to medium-high heat. While that is heating up, I'm actually going to wash my vegetables. So I have 4 carrots and 2 potatoes. I'm just going to wash these. I am not going to peel them. I keep the skin on to keep kind of them intact so they don't get too mushy, as well as just adding more texture to your vegetables. Okay, now that they're washed, you just are going to cut the end off the carrots. So you don't want the stem part in it. And then I cut my carrots in half so they're not too long and big. Okay, carrots are done. Now I have my potato. My potato I'm just going to cut into cubes, not incredibly small, probably like a ½ inch cubes. You're also welcome to use like the red or golden baby potatoes, and if you're using those, I would just put it whole in. You don't have to cut them up unless you absolutely want to. But because I'm using russet potatoes that are larger, I'm cutting them up into cubes. Okay, my vegetables are ready for the crock pot. My skillet is heated up, so I'm going to unwrap my meat. Okay, so you're going to salt and pepper one side of your beef. I also add onion powder and garlic powder, just for a little bit more seasoning. Okay, oil your pan, and then you're going to use tongs and put your meat seasoned side down so it can start searing. After you put seasoned side down, make sure you season the other side of your roast. Okay, you're going to let that sear for like 2 to 3 minutes until the outside of your beef is browned and caramelized and seared and beautiful looking. Like I said, this is a completely optional step. You do not have to do it at all. If you have the time, I prefer to do it because I think it makes the roast taste so much better. Okay, now it should be done, so I'm going to flip it over. Got a nice sear on it. It's got some brown spots. I could have let it cook a little bit more because my meat is frozen. Usually you want it unthawed the best you can if you're going to sear it, but either way you can still make it work. Okay, now that my meat is seared, I'm just going to transfer it straight to the crock pot. Okay, my meat is now in my crock pot. I'm going to add my potatoes and carrots just directly on top. You can salt, again, a little bit, your vegetables. Okay, now I have sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce that I'm just gonna put over the entire roast and just kind of soak it in there. Okay, you want to make sure that the sauce is touching all corners of your meat so that it can soak in when it is cooking. And just put the lid on, I'm turning it on to high so it can cook for, it'll probably be 5 hours just because the meat is still frozen. If it was thawed, it'd only really take 4 hours. So this is my Sunday dinner, lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever. I just put it in there. If you go do your chores, go to church, whatever, if you're going to work or something, then you would put it on low for 8 hours so then it can cook while you're at work. Okay, I will come back in 5 hours when that is ready. Okay, you guys, so here, whoa, I'm holding my camera. I don't know how to get the angle. Okay, so here is my pot roast. I used the barbecue. So I used barbecue today, which surprisingly turned out pretty good. I thought the barbecue almost, what do you call it? Almost turned into a soup type thing because like all the steam coming from the crock pot. But no, it actually turned out really, really good. You just want to make sure that you cook it long enough for the meat to basically fall apart. Okay, anyway, so it's like perfect pull apart beef. It tastes really good. I was scared that the barbecue sauce wasn't going to stick, but it actually stuck really, really well. So you can taste the barbecue sauce. It tastes really good. The potatoes are fork tender. Love potatoes. As well as the carrots are also fork tender. But yeah, no. This was the first time I ever made like barbecue pot roast. Really, really good. Turned out really, really well. Yeah, that's my pot roast. So I will put the recipe in the description below if you want to ever do it. What do you do for your pot roast? What's your favorite pot roast flavor? And this is my go-to. This is my go-to Sunday dinner. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite pot roast is. Yeah, that would be my question. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next week. Bye. Trying to think of a question to ask you guys. So I try to have a question for like every time I make something. Do you do like I don't know, I know there's like some kind of ranch packet thing that you can add. I don't know. I'll put a link in description below if you are. Okay, I'll just squat down because I don't want to try to fix the angle. So you want to make sure that you cook it long enough that you just want to sear to it. So I'm gonna flip it. I almost forgot. After you put season side down, make sure you season the other side of your roast.